What's going on, guys? DJ here. Told you guys I'll be bringing you a Penguins Flyers blog. So here it is. I'm going to go over the last meeting between these two teams back on February 20th. I'm going to do that. I'm going to talk about tonight's game. It's at 7 o'clock. Make sure you check that one out. Most heated rivalry in all of sports, folks. If you got nothing to do, even if you have something to do, cancel those plans. Make sure you have this TV on. Stay tuned. So the last time these two teams met was back on February 20th at Consol Energy Center. The Penguins previously led the season series 1-0 after a big opening day win. So we're going to kick things off here. Chris Letang's going to get the puck and feed it across the point to Niskanen, who fires a slap shot and gets past Ilya Bryzgalov, putting the Penguins up 1-0 very early in the first period. Niskanen will get credit for the goal, the assist going to Chris Letang. Moving on, in the first period, on the power play, Evgeny Malkin's going to get the puck and seem as if he gets one past Bryzgalov, but Bryzgalov does a great job with the glove, saving this one. This one would go to Toronto. As you can see here, the puck does seem like it could have crossed the line, but they sent it up to Toronto, where they took a look at the play, and they decided that, you know what, it's not conclusive evidence, so that goal will be waved off. It's still 1-0 in favor of the Pens. Later on that same exact power play, Paul Martin's going to let a shot go that ricochets off the boards. Evgeny Malkin is right in front to pick up the trash, squeak one past Bryzgalov for a 2-0 Pittsburgh lead. You can see here Evgeny Malkin does a great job to find the puck and lift it over the leg pad of Bryzgalov. Malkin will get his first goal of the night on the power play, with the assist going to Paul Martin and James Neal. So it's 2-0 Penguins. Later in the first period, things get a little out of hand after this wraparound attempt by Knuble. Couturier is going to get the puck and get a shot off that looks like it went in. Chris Letang does a great job falling on the puck, and then it just kind of gets chaotic in the net. Vokoun's out of place until Nicklas Grossman finds the puck and buries it for a 2-1 lead now in the favor of the Penguins. You can see here Letang does a great job of saving the first initial shot. Knuble's in the crease. Tanner Glass is in the crease. Craig Adams, Joey Vitale, Matt Niskanen, and Grossman's able to find the puck here, pull it out, corral it, and put it behind Vokoun for the first goal of the Flyers' evening. Nicklas Grossman gets that goal, with the assists going to Mike Knuble and Sean Couturier. Later in the period, Wayne Simmonds finds the puck down below the low circles. He's able to come in front and beat Vokoun. It's now tied 2-2 at the end of the first period. Wayne Simmonds, his first of the night, the assist going to Danny Briere and Kimmo Timonen. Not a whole lot of action in the second. Here's some good saves by Bryzgalov on the power play. Neal in front. Bryzgalov makes a nice one there. And then right here, Derek England's going to get a shot off. The rebound falls right in front of James Neal, who feeds it across the crease to Crosby, but just isn't able to do anything with it. And then with about 10 seconds left in the second period, Jakub Voracek finds a nice big juicy rebound in front and is able to put it behind Vokoun. It's now a 3-2 lead in favor of the Philadelphia Flyers. Voracek gets his first of the night, the assist going to Wayne Simmonds and Braden Shen. And that was a power play goal. Early in the third period, only about 18 seconds in, Voracek finds another big juicy rebound and is able to get it behind Vokoun for his second in under a minute of gameplay. That's his second of the night. Braden Coburn and Claude Giroux will be credited with the assists on that goal. It's now a 4-2 lead in favor of the Philadelphia Flyers. Later in the third, Paul Martin lets another shot go from the point that Tyler Kennedy finds and puts behind Bryzgalov. The assists on this goal will go to Paul Martin and Brooks Orpik. Tyler Kennedy closes the lead to 1. It's 4-3 in favor of the Flyers. With about 12 minutes remaining, Wayne Simmonds is going to find the puck in the middle of the ice. He's going to come down. The puck's going to go off Matt Niskanen for a 5-3 Flyers lead. On that goal, Max Talbot and Bruno Gervais will get the assists. That's Simmons' second of the evening. Later in the night, Evgeny Malkin's going to find James Neal in the low circle. He's going to put a slap shot by Bryzgalov. That's going to close the gap to 1. It's 5-4 now in favor of the Flyers with about 7 minutes to go. And then later in the period, it's going to look as if the Penguins are going to get a goal right here in front. Chris Kunitz seems to have got a stick on this one, but Bryzgalov's going to throw a fit, and he definitely has the right to here. He's going to claim that the puck was kicked, and once again, the review went to Toronto. You can clearly see here that Chris Kunitz definitely uses a kicking motion to put this puck behind Bryzgalov. So they're going to wave this one off after going to Toronto. It's still going to be 5-4 with about 5 minutes left. Still 5-4 in favor of the Flyers. With about 2 minutes remaining in the period, Brandon Sutter's going to take the puck from behind the net, come out and get a nice wraparound that's going to beat Bryzgalov. It's now 5-5 with just about 2 minutes remaining. Brandon Sutter's going to get the goal on that one, and the assists are going to go to Paul Martin and Matt Cook. And then with about 1:30 to go, Voracek's going to find the puck behind the net, throw it toward the front. It's going to go off of Thomas Vokoun. That'll be the Flyers' 6th and final goal. It'll give Jakub Voracek the hat trick, and that's all it's going to take, as the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to be defeated by the Philadelphia Flyers. A 6-5 final. The 3 stars of the game, your number 1 star with 3 goals is Voracek, Wayne Simmonds with 2 goals and an assist, and Paul Martin rounding out the top 3 with 3 assists in the number 3 spot. So there it was, a 6-5 win in favor of the Flyers back on February 20th. Jakub Voracek getting his first hat trick of the season. Thomas Vokoun playing absolutely atrocious in net. Seems just to be kind of lazy. He's given up at least 4 goals in his last 4 starts. So you can definitely guarantee that he is not going to be in net tonight, as the Penguins and Flyers take off center ice at 7 o'clock. But just getting into the rivalry, I mean, this is definitely the top rivalry in the NHL right now. There's so much talent on both sides of the ice. I mean, you have the captains, Crosby and Giroux. And then on down the line, you have Malkin and Hartnell and Kunitz, Neal, Couturier. Jakub Voracek has really come into his own, being February's Player of the Month for NHL. I mean, you have goalies. Marc-Andre Fleury has played exceptional so far this season. Ilya Bryzgalov not playing the best. He's started a lot of games. He has 11 wins. But, I mean, he's definitely, anytime the Penguins and Flyers play, anything can happen. You don't know if you're going to get a 3-1 win like you had the first game of the season back on January 19th, or if you're going to have a 6-5 victory like we saw last month. But heading into tonight's games, a few things to watch. Sean Couturier has done a pretty good job of shadowing Malkin on his line, but I think you're going to see that change. Malkin seemed to have that fire back in his eyes on Monday against Tampa Bay after missing a few games with concussion symptoms. Hopefully he gets his crap together and does something exceptional tonight against the Flyers. You will see Fleury back in net this time. He's 1-0 against the Flyers this season. I think you see him give the Penguins a better chance to win, them not having to score 6 goals to just send it to overtime. Also, you guys definitely got to watch out for Voracek. This kid has played exceptionally well. He's able to. He just seems to find the puck and put it in the net. He's playing on a line with Giroux right now. Those two seem to be working really well together. Scott Hartnell playing on that line as well. He has definitely contributed since he's been back in the lineup after missing quite some time. But this rivalry, I mean, like I said, definitely the best in the NHL. There's a link here on NHL.com right now where they interview a lot of other players around the NHL. I mean, you have Keaton Ellerby, who talks about this rivalry being the best. Zach Parise, who is being courted by both of these teams, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, before he chose Minnesota. He said, I mean, his quote is, "Yes, of course I watch," and even before their playoff series last year. Whatever reason, they always have great games against each other. You have Gabriel Landeskog, the captain of the Colorado Avalanche, Kyle Brodziak of the Wild, Andrew Shaw of the Blackhawks, the 21-0-3 Blackhawks now. Goligoski, he used to play in Pittsburgh, talking about the rivalry. Jordan Stahl also talking about it. Eddie Olczyk, a former Penguins coach. Troy Brouwer of the Capitals. Klo of the Sharks, and even Eric Stahl of the Hurricanes. All of these guys talking about how it's definitely the best rivalry that you see on and off the ice. Even off the ice last year, I mean, you recall the playoff series where Philadelphia just absolutely trounced the Pittsburgh Penguins. They beat them 4-1. But Crosby made the famous comment where he said, "You know what? I don't like them. I don't like anybody on that team." So I mean, it's a heated rivalry. There's bad blood after the brawl last year in the last regular season meeting between the two. You never know what you're gonna get heading into these games. You might get a 6-5 win. You might get a 3-1 very defensive game. But one thing's for sure, you're going to be on the edge of your seat the entire time. You're always going to see a few big hits. You're probably going to see a fight, at least one, and you're definitely going to see some offensive power and some very exciting plays. So if you don't have any plans for tonight, make sure you're on your couch watching this Penguins Flyers game. It kicks off at 7. Hopefully the Penguins will get back in the winning ways here against the Flyers. They're on a 2-game win streak right now. Like I said, Fleury's back in net, so you won't have to worry about Vokoun. And I know I did say that I was going to have a friend of mine who's a Flyers fan on my vlog with me today, but it just didn't work out because I had to get it recorded and get it up before the game, and that just wasn't going to happen. So, yeah, the only thing I really have to say is make sure you tune in. I'm probably going to post one again late tonight. If you didn't check the one I posted yesterday, check it out. It's a little bit longer. It's all about TV shows. But thanks for tuning in. And my last thing I'm going to say is go Pens.